Glad to have you with us from Davis-Wade Stadium in Starkville, Mississippi. Basically a month into the season, here in Week 4, and teams are starting to reach a critical portion of the schedule. It's the Missouri Tigers and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. This team has continued to shine, and he said his message to them in the locker room before the game was, this is our opportunity. They were not ranked to start the season and have continued to play their way into the conversation, but every week gets a little harder. He wants intensity and focus right out of the gate to prove to the world we belong, and we're going to keep making noise this season. Guys?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. And this game will start with a kickoff going out of bounds and give this offense tremendous opening field position. They'll move the tight end. Handoff from the gun. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He'll try it again. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Taylor wants to throw it. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Punt is on its way. And this punt will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Here's Simmons to throw. Got the tight end outside. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The Tigers peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. They'll move the wide receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Looking for room to the right. Vince Hardy. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
Not at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. Now here's Simmons. He stopped short, and it's fourth down.
That's why, as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on third down, because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. Comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll send the tight end in motion. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Gets the back moving. Taylor wants to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Right on target this time. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Mississippi State going up tempo. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. Keeps it himself. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Oh, that punt has been cleared for takeoff. Look at it go. On his way back from the 20. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
A lot of times offenses will do the FIB, formation into the boundary, try to take advantage of you necessarily spreading out, sending more resources to the field, try to take advantage. Offense gave it a whirl, but the defense, they did not move. They did their assignments and got the TFL.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Simmons from the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to. And instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball, man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Taylor wants to throw it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. The offense changing the play. Quarterback keeper. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Mississippi State right back to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
From the gun, the running back has it. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Taylor wants to throw. They'll run the screen. Breaks into the open. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys too, so good luck stopping him.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Escapes the pressure to his right. Throwing on the run. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at second down.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. That's a bad drop.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Give to the back. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Already 2 for 2 on third down, but this time they'll need 9 to convert. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Taylor wants to throw it. Unloads it left. He's got it. Open space at the 25. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Rushes on him. Incomplete, and man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
Facing third and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. He wants to change this route. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Quick strike complete. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Here comes the option. He'll be brought down, but it'll move the chains for Mizzou.
And the offense almost exhausted all of their options that time. On the option play, third down, it wasn't the running back. It wasn't the quarterback. That had to go to the pitch man, and he barely was able to pick up the first. Good execution, great decision-making, and the drive stays alive.
Throwing Simmons. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
And the Tigers are marching down the field. Motion from the wideout. Off the RPO, complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. The give to Hardy. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They'll run the option. He gets it so close to that imaginary yellow line, but I think he's going to be just a tad short.
And I like what this offense did. They run the option. They're good at it. They read it. They run the pitch. They get some positive yards. But more importantly, they set up a 4th and really short. They're successful in these situations most of the time.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. The offense stays on the field. They just have inches to go on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Hardy. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
Opening play of the drive from the 39. Off the play fake on 1st down. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Flying down the left side. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
How about him? Nice job catching the football and then turn it into a playmaker. Turn it into a small, wide receiver. The tight end shows off the ability to run after the catch, make a big play, and get the big touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Simmons offense. It's complete to the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Sends it downfield. Got it. Mississippi State calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. They've really got this offense humming. Just a 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. They'll run it with Hardy. And he's in. Touchdown, Tigers. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he's going to bring this one out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got it out. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
Yeah, and those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Simmons to throw. Pressure coming. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking to pass. It's Simmons. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Well, I think on the last play, they didn't get it to the sticks. They were hoping he'd be able to make the catch, make a guy miss, and advance the football. But because they couldn't execute, now it's 4th and long.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. My goodness, he unloads on that one. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. offense here in the final minute of the first half. Off the play fake. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
Ready? Black 14, go!
Taylor wants to throw. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Mississippi State going up tempo.
949 rock star. 949 rock. Move.
Might be calling a hot route. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
You threw the incompletion, you've got fourth down in your own end, but you want to keep the good times rolling, right? Things have just been getting better and better early in this game. You kicked a field goal, then you got a touchdown. You don't want to punt right here. So if I'm the offensive coordinator, it's really, really hard. You're begging your coach to let you stay on the field here and try and convert this fourth down.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. Let's start with the USC Trojans taking on the Stanford Cardinal. And it's the Trojans in front on the scoreboard and atop their conference standings. And it's hardly too early to dream big. This team is closing in on a 6-0 start. Could be a special season. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12.
The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Throwing Simmons. Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. Finds his tight end. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Simmons. Makes a grab. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Austin Simmons wants to fire again. Quickly to the tight end. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a first down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game.
There's some room. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Hey, finally, we see a nice game. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
Dumps it off in the flats. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Simmons fires quickly, and they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. From the gun on third down, Simmons. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Here's Simmons to throw. Here's a heat. He gets away. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play.
And that's really a lot of what we saw in the first half by this defense. We knew coming into the football game, man, this guy's got dynamite. Like, he's got the explosive ability to make plays, throwing the football and running. And kudos to this defense. They've been dialed in, locked in, not giving up the big plays on the ground, understanding he's a threat, and playing him like that.
You want to know why this team is losing? Look no further than this statistic, guys. Their best receiver doesn't have a catch yet in this game. There they try to go his way again. The defense has completely shut him down.
They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Working on the right. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Off play action on first down. Moving out to the right. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Wide receiver going in motion. The play action fake. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. Maybe a crease. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
And right there you see the key to this football team's success. Not just offensively, they rip off explosive plays. That's why they've been winning games here as of late. They can get chunks at a time. They've got playmakers all over the field.
Mississippi State lines up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Got it back on second and goal. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up third and goal.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They got nothing and liked it, or probably didn't like it on the last play. Now it's third and goal from the 1. On the move. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. To do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Throwing Simmons. Unloads to the wideout. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking for a man. It's Simmons. Here's the pressure. Fires to the big fella. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. Simmons trying going for the big play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Man, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. They'll go with Hardy. And he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short? They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. They'll run it from the gun. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players, and quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
Tigers send out the offense to go to work. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the item going deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, if you could give a helmet sticker to this defensive coaching staff, they would get one because of the plan they've had for this guy at wide receiver. He is one of the best in the entire country with his speed.
He uncorks one deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Under fire. Buried before he could blink.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Fires to the wideout, and they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory.
214 close. 214 close. Ready, ready. Blue 22. Blue 20. Nash.
4th down, Simmons. Here comes the heat. Being chased. And some great 4th down defense against the run.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every fourth down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And that running back essentially just did everything right. Not only did he rip off a 9-yard run with the lead late in the game, but he stayed in bounds. He had the awareness that if I stay in bounds, the clock keeps running, and it increases our chances of winning this game.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Using his feet. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the beatdown has ensued. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Here come the Missouri Tigers, the offense ready to go to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Simmons under fire, and he never had a chance.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons on 3rd. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. 1 touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Simmons to throw for it on 4th. Pocket breaking down. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Going the other way, and he's got room.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he's only able to pick up about a yard before he's stopped on the play. And that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. So now it's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
Just feeds the running back. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And now the lead is even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Makes the catch. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments that can jump up and bite you.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.